So hello everyone and welcome to this brand new episode. My name is Fantasy Gamer 11 and today I will be doing the team building video for my second draft league game. And so I will repeat my team. My team is Weavile, Latias, Megalopony, Roserade, Swampert, The Blade, Delphox, Golbat, Escavalier, Audino, Regirock, and Zebstrika. And my opponent's team for this game is consists of Gengar, Skarmory, Terrakion, Mega Sharpedo, Mamoswine, Florges, Rotom or Rotom Cut, anyhow, any way you want to name him, as well as Flygon, Blastoise, Magmortar, Mesprit, and Miltank. So what I decided to bring against that team is the team that consists of Weavile, Zebstrika, Swampert, Golbat, Escavalier, and Lopunny. So, I'll start with my Weavile, which is Focus Sash, Poison Jab, Knockoff, Icicle Crash, and Ice Shard with 120 HP investment, 252 attack, and 136 speed plus 8 Jolly Nature. So I'll just explain the EV as before. I have 136 speed plus a Jolly Nature just to outspeed the Gengar, which is pretty much the fastest thing on his team. And also the rest goes in attack and HP. That's pretty much it. I just want to outspeed the Gengar. That's it. That's all. And I also run the Focus Sash. That might seem weird, but I'm running the Focus Sash just to prevent him from bringing something like a Scarfed Gengar to deal with my Weavile, my Zebstrika, and my Lopunny, which outspeed all of his team. So I'm just want survivability on that. So if he goes for something like a Dazzling Gleam or a Focus Blast and Okos me, then I can survive with a Focus Sash and Revenge Kill it with a Knockoff. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Weavile set. There's not much to say. The Poison Jab is there to hit the Florges, super effective. The Knockoff hits pretty much anything, like the Mesprit, super effective. You can hit really hard against things like can knock off opposing Mamoswine's Focus Sash, for example, and then killing it with Icicle Crash or something like that. It's just a good move. As you all know, Knockoff is like a very, very good move. Poison Jab also hits Rotom super effective, but I can hit that super effective with Icicle Crash as well, so I don't really mind that. And I have Icicle Crash and Ice Shard just for priority with Ice Shard, fearing the Gengar being Scarfed, and also for the Mega Sharpedo, if it gets +1, I can Revenge Kill it somehow with Ice Shard, or and I can also kill the Mamoswine if it has Sash, and things like that. And also Scarfed Rotom, I can do lots of damage with the Ice Shard. And that's pretty much it for the Weavile set. Icicle Crash is just there for stab and strong moves against like the Flygon, for example. Ice Shard is also there for the Flygon if it is Scarfed instead of the Gengar. And that's pretty much it. My next Pokemon is Zebstrika with Life Orb, Lightning Rod, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Overheat, and 140 defense investments. 160 special attack investments, and 208 speed with a timid nature. So the 208 speed plus a timid nature is there for the Gengar again, just to outspeed his whole team. If I outspeed the Gengar, I outspeed everything, so just 352 speed, outspeeds the Gengar, outspeeds everything. I have the Life Orb just for more damage. The Lightning Rod is for the Rotom if it wants to Scarf Volt Switch, it can't. If it's locked into Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, or things like that, if it ever is Scarfed. Sorry for the burping, I don't know what's happening. But, so, the Lightning Rod is there to boost my special attack on the Rotom and get a prediction for the Volt Switch or something, things like that. And I have a 160 special attack, just to Oko Mega Sharpedo with uninvested HP with a Volt Switch, just Oko it completely. And I have I have 140 defense just so I can deal with it. I can live a crunch pretty decently and Revenge Kill it with a Thunderbolt. I can So that's pretty much it for the defense investments. It's just to deal with the Sharpedo better, and I can also deal, I don't remember with what, it also helps me deal with Terrakion, for example, not really well. I can just Volt Switch out, but things like Skarmory too, Brave Birds won't do much, Iron Heads won't do anything, and it's just pretty much for the Mega Sharpedo. That's its only pretty big use. It lives a crunch, and it can revenge kill with Thunderbolt. 100% sure that even if it's max special defense and max HP, it doesn't live a Thunderbolt from 160 special attack. I'm pretty sure. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. The Overheat is there to hit the Mamoswine if it ever wants to switch in and it's not scarfed. It can also hit the Rotomao. It can also hit no, that's pretty much it. It also hits the Skarmory if it ever wants to switch into that. I have Hidden Paralyze for the Flygon, and pretty much for the Flygon and maybe Mamoswine if it wants to switch into that. Rotomao too, but I have other ways to deal with them. But it's pretty much for the Flygon. It hits it for decent damage. It doesn't OHKO, but it's pretty good damage. And next up we have a Choice Scarfed Waterfall, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Superpower, Swampert with max attack, 28 HP, 228 plus nature with a Jolly nature. And with the Scarf, this gives enough speed to my Swampert to outspeed Gengar. That's pretty much all it's there for. It can pretty much OHKO Gengar with the Waterfall if it's not Sash. And it's pretty much there. Everything outspeeds his whole team. That's pretty much it, except for a +1 Sharpedo, Mega Sharpedo, which I can deal with my Substrika. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a Waterfall just for stab and huge power on things like the Terrakion. The Skarmory doesn't want to take that a lot. The Mamoswine, the Florges, Flygon, Magmortar, things like that. The Earthquake is also there for a good stab. Hits the Blastoise better. It hits the Magmortar. It hits also the Mamoswine somewhat. Sharpedo somewhat better than Waterfall. It hits the Terrakion too. Pretty much hits a lot of things, and it's a strong stab. It's mostly there to hit the Blastoise better. And yeah, that's pretty much it, just for the Blastoise. The Ice Punch is there for the Flygon mainly. The Rotomao too as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. And the Superpower is there for the Mega Sharpedo. Superpower OHKOs Mega Sharpedo, and he cannot OHKO me with 28 HP. Anyway, even if he's adamant, he cannot OHKO me, and I can OHKO him back with Superpower. It also deals decent damage to the Mamoswine and to the Miltank as well. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Superpower. So the next Pokemon we have is the Golbat. It's a specially defensive Golbat with Eviolite, Toxic, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog, with 252 HP investments, 252 Spadef investments, and 4 attack investments, with a Careful nature just to have more Spadef. And it's pretty much there to deal with all the specially attacking mons, like for example, it can Toxic the Florges, can Toxic the Blastoise, for example, the Mesprit to a certain point if it doesn't want to Psychic me or Psyshock me, which would do even more. It also walls the Gengar if it doesn't run Psychic, and things like that. So it's pretty much my specially defensive wall to a certain point, to certain mons, and it's also my Defogger, which I really need because I have yeah, I pretty much need it because nothing resists the rocks except for the Swampert, I'm pretty sure, which takes only 6. Everything else takes at least 12%. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And the Toxic there is for the Florges and the tanky mons that I can't deal with very well, so I will Toxic them if I have the opportunity to. The U-Turn is there for momentum, and I decided U-Turn over Brave Bird because Brave Bird doesn't do much to anything on his team. It's not super effective against any of his mons, so it's not very useful. And also if I have like things like Super Fang or Poison Jab, I think, or Poison Fang or Super Fang, it doesn't hit. Well, there's a couple of mons that can completely wall me, like the Skarmory can completely wall me, immune to Toxic, immune to Poison Fang, and doesn't take anything from Super Fang. So I just decided to go with the momentum and use my Golbat as a defogger mainly, and just as a special defense wall for things like the Gengar. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Golbat. Next up we have this Assault Vest Escavalier with max HP, max defense, just a pure tank. Okay, has 339 defense and something like 400 almost 400 special defense uninvested, so that's huge amounts. And I decided to run the shell armor just because he doesn't have anything, any powder moves, so it's not useful to run overcoat. So I just decided to go with shell armor, and I have Mega Horn knockoff, Iron Head, and Drill Run as my moves. And I decided to go full on tank just to take things better. It's my only way of taking hits, physical hits and special hits that aren't super effective. So any non-fire moves I can switch into and really don't care. I can switch into the Rotomao, the Florges I completely wall. I can deal with the Mega Sharpedo very well, the Terrakion to a certain point very well, the Skarmory to a certain point. Can't deal back damage to it, but I can knock it off and things like that. And I can almost deal with the Gengar if it doesn't run like Fire Blast or something like that. So it's just a basic wall. The Blastoise too, the Mesprit too, I can deal with all of those, and it's huge. It's gonna be huge. It deals with half of his team, and it's super bulky, and even uninvested, it has 306 attack, so that's a lot of damage. It can OHKO the Sharpedo, the Mega Sharpedo with Mega Horn. It can OHKO the Mesprit if it's uninvested. If it's offensive, it can OHKO the Mesprit with Mega Horn. It can deal with the Florges with Iron Head. Drill Run is there for the things like the Magmortar if it wants to switch in. Iron Head is also there for the Mamswine, and Knockoff is just there to deal with items and just as a good move, just to fill in the slots. I didn't want to go for a Poison Jab just because I have the Iron Head for the Florges, and I could have went for Poison Jab instead of Drill Run also to hit the Rotomao super effective, but I didn't really need that because I have the Mega Horn that also hits super effective. So Drill Run just a better play just for the Magmortar, and so yeah, that's pretty much it, and the Terrakion as well. But Iron Head does hit super effective as well. So we'll see what I use there in the game. I guess Iron Head is better just because of the chance of Drill Run missing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Escavalier set. It's just the pure tank of the team. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my Mega Lopunny that I decided to bring. I brought Drain Punch, Return, Fake Out, and Thunder Punch with a 76 HP, max attack, Adamant Nature with 180 speed investments as well. The 180 speed, once again, same thing as the other ones. Just outspeed the Gengar, outspeed this entire team. That's it, that's all. The Drain Punch is there just to get recovery back. Hits the Terrakion very hard, hits the Sharpedo, it just OHKOs the Sharpedo. Hits the Mamoswine very hard. It hits pretty much everything super effective, lots of things super effective, and it's also stab, and it makes me recover a lot of health that I will lose if I take hits like priority ice shards from the Mamoswine, things like that. It's just for recovery and longevity, and that's pretty much it for the Drain Punch. The Return is there just for stab and hit things very hard, like for example the Florges that resists the Drain Punch, the Flygon to a certain point. It hits harder than the Drain Punch. It has the 102 base power, and it hits the Mesprit also not neutral instead of resisting it. It hits pretty much everything neutrally except for the Skarmory, and so it's just huge power. From an Adamant Lopunny, it'll hit very, very hard. I have to Fake Out just to deal with sashes like the Gengar, for example, or the Mamoswine if he wants to lead Mamoswine with Sash. I don't know why he'd do that, because I do have the Lopunny with Fake Out. I do have the Weavile with Fake Out. I don't see using Weavile again, Fake Out, but it did pay off for me for the first game, but that's it. And also I have the Thunder Punch to hit the Mega Sharpedo. If he wants to switch in, Blastoise also, and also the Skarmory, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the game, for the team. I will see you in the game in a couple days, so that's it. Bye bye.